So Zuckerberg canceled the fact checkers on Facebook, and he's enthusiastically in supporting certain types of hate speech there. This is similar to Elon Musk taking over Twitter and making sure that it promoted maximum hate speech and misinformation ever since he took over in the name of free speech. And now all of a sudden he's going to go against his free speech lie claim and suppress negativity now that Trump's taking office. Well, this is, of course, ending fact checking a few days before Trump's supposed to take office on Fascbookk. And it's part of a long line of terrible things Fascbookk has done. It's not just terrible because they're doing this for Trump right now. They've been doing things for Trump all along. Most importantly, the reason why they're doing it is because the right wing has complained that the fact checking mostly went against them. This is, and I'm a mathematical genius, I'm just kind of throwing this out there as my intuition, but 99.9% of the misinformation would have come from the right wing and be supporting right wing ideas and things because they're all lies. Or another way to put that is, let me know in comments any right wing idea that's ever been not a lie. So they're all lies, and that's why they get fact checked the most. Of course, people on the left also make mistakes sometimes, maybe sometimes intentionally lie, but nowhere near every single thing they say, like the people on the right do for Putin. The Trump Putineers do this because the KGB is the greatest organized source of misinformation and disinformation there is, and that's what they're the products of. They are KGB traitors to America. So the reason for it is, of course, something to be concerned about because all the misinformation does come from them. Again, I challenge you to tell me any one thing they've ever said that was true. Any one. Doubt you're going to see any comments like that. But in addition to this, the fact checkers have never been good or helping people. I remember I ran across a fact check button on Facebook. First, I'd like to suggest that nobody's even using Facebook, but of course people do use it and people are influenced by it. But they're not going to come back to Facebook, to Fascbookk, if they successfully ban TikTok, which they're only doing for racist reasons and for Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk reasons. They're behind the TikTok ban to try to force people onto evil platforms instead of having this good one that allows us to actually share good information. But they used the fact checker on something I shared back in 2015, 2014 about the millions of dollars in settlements that Trump paid to tween teenage boys and girls too. I'm assuming in his association with Jeffrey E. And when Fascbookk put a fact checker button on that, it made it look like it wasn't a true story. But if you click the fact checker button, it just said old news. It didn't say it wasn't true. It was just saying it was old news that had been reported years ago. So Facebook was already using their fact checker button to suppress leftist content. They're already using their fact checker in an unfactual way. And now they're getting rid of it because it's been triggered so many times supposedly for all the misinformation from Trump Putineers. Although I remember being on Fascbookk into the pandemic and constantly seeing lies about the Trump virus that were going to cost people's lives and health and put everybody in the entire world at risk, part of a coordinated genocide. And if we think about what Fascbookk has done all along, they're responsible for Brexit and they're responsible for Trump via Cambridge Analytica. Zuckerberg said, he didn't know that Cambridge Analytica was doing that when his vice president, 2 years before he said this, had hired Mossad intelligence agency to scrub the internet of their connection to Cambridge Analytica. But we've never, punished them or had any consequences for them doing this, for being responsible for Trump. They're the most responsible beyond the Myanmar government and military for the genocide in Myanmar. And once again, Fascbookk just said, well, we didn't have any moderators who spoke that language, so we couldn't possibly stop that. When it went on for years and people were telling about it for years, and Fascbookk was the main organizing instrument of that genocide. Just like it was the main organizing instrument of the Trump virus genocide, taking the lives of millions around the world, all to spread lies that Fascbookk was never suppressing with their fact checkers anyway. They were promoting those lies just like Twitter was. So we need to have consequences for everybody involved in Putin's plan to erase as many lives as possible, especially from certain communities, with the Trump virus and the lies that they told on these social media platforms. We need to nationalize all these social media platforms, at least Twitter and Fascbookk. Nationalize TikTok if you want to be fair about it, since you don't want an outside government running it, but they're not promoting any propaganda, whereas these other ones are. But nationalize these organizations. We need to arrest Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk for their crimes here and in other places. And if we nationalize it, we can make the running of them transparent, do it under the post office, but stop all the evil that they've done. Thank you.